What is going on, guys? Quality XA here today, and today we're actually going to be covering the news on Destiny 2. We have a load to speak about today, including this brand new, yes, 100% brand new trailer, which actually shows off the last word as well as the Thorn. So let's jump right into this. So the trailer was pretty awesome. As you saw towards the beginning, we obviously had the last word, and then just at the end it sort of teases the Thorn as well. You see the Thorn bullets go into the wall. A pretty amazing trailer, I must say so myself, and it gets me really hyped for tomorrow, in which the last word actually comes out. And then obviously through Joker's Wild Season we will be able to obtain the Thorn, which is pretty awesome. I have discussed it in some of my previous videos where we actually go over some of the quest steps, so if you wanted to check them out then just have a look through my channel where I speak about the Thorn. But moving on, Crimson Days. So beginning February the 12th and ending February the 19th, we actually have Crimson Days. They do actually say if you didn't get everything you wanted last year, you can actually get it this year. They say the event is very similar to last year, but there is a few new rewards and ways of obtaining them. So really cool, and there is going to be more details closer to the special day as well in some of the rewards that we can expect to get. So pretty awesome. I personally think Crimson Days is a pretty cool event. It's definitely not the best in what the content offers, but I still do believe it's pretty awesome. Moving on, we got some of this news about the armory, the Black Armory. So we've actually got ballistic logs will no longer be removed at reset. Stack limit for ballistic logs increased to 5 per character. Weapon frames carried across reset now refund into the following. Gold frames are refunded into 1 ballistic log. Silver frames refunded into 3 module reports. Any instance of a radiant matrix will be removed on weekly reset. Players should stop experiencing the issue where frames are missing from Ada's inventory on a week-to-week basis, and players may still only purchase up to 2 gold frames per week. The drop rate for the Black Armory lore has increased from 10% to 20% and now requires successful Forge ignition for a chance to drop. So pretty awesome, definitely some stuff to look forward there regarding the changes. It does mean that we're actually going to get stuff returned from weapon frames instead of them just leaving our inventory if we do forget to do them or don't have enough time. Moving on, we do get this from Cosmo about the enhancement cores as well. So he says enhancement cores not dropping from Valor and Glory Legend rank is a bug. Good news is we are fixing that next week in 2.14 on the 29th of January. As far as adding more sources for enhancement cores to things like raids, nightfalls and infamy, I will pass that feedback along to the dev team. Thanks for sharing your suggestion. Pretty awesome. Obviously enhancement cores are pretty scarce as it is, and they are essentially needed, so hopefully we do get them more sources very soon. Moving on though, we do get this from Mayhem. So Mayhem is actually beginning January the 29th and ending February the 5th. So obviously Mayhem is coming back. Now they do actually say about obviously all of the new super changes. I did actually speak about that last week at some point. There is a load of changes, including the golden gun, where you'll actually be able to kill an enemy, and when you do actually kill an enemy, a bullet returns into your gun. So instead of it being a 6-shot, you can actually make it a 12-shot, which is pretty insane. I do believe it's a 12-shot. It's either 11 or a 12-shot, but it is absolutely mega for that golden gun to actually do that, and makes it highly useful in PvE. So yeah, just have to see how that works. We also have to see if it will work with the mask that the hunters get, where they turn that bullet into that ultimate one shot. Maybe if you hit that and kill an enemy, will it turn into a 2-shot? We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, pretty awesome. Moving on though, we do get this about the brand new season, which is coming very, very shortly. I do believe it's within the next 2 months. They said starting with Season of the Drifter, we're making a slight change to the way bounties grant powerful rewards. To ensure an even playing field each time we kick off a new season, bounties acquired during previous seasons will have a maximum power reward. This change is intended to prevent players from feeling the need to hoard bounties and raid keys that grant powerful rewards until the power cap is raised in an attempt to get a leg up in the push toward the new power cap. So for an example, they did say a player has completed the wanted Silent Fang bounty during the Season of the Forge, but has not claimed the reward. If they claim this reward after the Season of Drifter has begun, that reward will have a maximum power of 650. Instead, if they acquire this bounty after the Season of the Drifter has already begun, the reward will have a maximum power of 700. The cap is applied to bounties on acquisition. So, pretty awesome, a very good change. It obviously stops all of that needing to hoard all of the bounties and all of that stuff. But they do also say that the light level is going to be 700 in the next season, which was obviously confirmed a long time ago, but good to actually see that they're sticking to that. It does look like we're going to be getting 50 power levels each time. Moving on though, we do get this about Redrex's Broadsword quest, so Valor rank resets. The Valor rank reset step will now look at previous seasons' accomplishments as well. 5 Valor resets are still required during a single season, but this is no longer restricted to the current season. Example, if a player had 5 Valor resets in Season 4, this will now grant progress towards the quest. Completion inconsistencies, so fixed various issues where the quest was not progressing to pick up a step until a player re-entered orbit. So again, some really good changes there regarding the Redrex's Broadsword quest. Moving on, we did also get this about grenade launchers. They did mention all of the weapon tweaking, but only in this week's blog post they did actually mention the grenade launchers. So, tweak grenade launcher projectiles to feel more consistent on direct hits. Proximity grenades can no longer impact directly. Increase ammo reserve size of special ammo grenade launchers, and increase initial spawn ammo in PvE for special ammo grenade launchers. So again, some good changes here. Does make the grenade launchers pretty good. I do know that they're not the greatest thing in the game. You've obviously got the odd 1 or 2 grenade launchers, but hopefully this makes them more competitive in PvP. Next, we do also get next week is going to be a great time to jump in and play Destiny. We haven't covered the hand cannon shaped elephant in the room, along with everything else we've talked about. Next week is also when you'll be sent on a quest to claim the last word. We can't wait to watch as Guardians wield a familiar weapon forged for heroes once again. So again, we did actually check out that trailer. Obviously the last word is pretty awesome and one of my favourite guns in the Destiny universe, so really cannot wait to get my hands on that. Next up, we do get this, an infinite golden gun. Now this is actually a glitch in which you can have pretty much unlimited time in the golden gun, where when you do actually kill an enemy, you do get your time back. You lose that bullet, but you do get the time back for it. So it does sort of make the golden gun unlimited almost. So DMG did say this will be fixed along with the golden gun changes. Breathe easy. So obviously I did speak about this where you can actually get 11 or 12 bullets in the new Golden Gun update. So yeah, have to wait and see if this does fix, but it does make it less toxic, but I really cannot wait to see those Golden Gun changes. Next up, there was talk about Destiny 3, and Anon the 9, who is a notorious leaker for Destiny information, said the game was in pre-development. The game actually started development not even a month ago. So very interesting. This was actually a little while ago, so really exciting to hear what Destiny 3 has to offer. We obviously don't have too much news, but we do know that they are currently working on Destiny 3, which is very exciting. Next up, we do also get this. So again from Anon, someone said, I'm finding it hard to believe that after Penumbra we'll get no major content until D3 in 2020. And Anon the 9 said another annual pass. This again was spoken about months ago, But yeah, I decided to bring it up again, obviously talking about Destiny 3, but there will be another annual pass, but this time it won't be worked in conjunction with Activision, so we'll have to see what that annual pass offers, but I'm very, very excited. Next, we do also have this from Cosmo. He said the team has heard clearly the feedback around RNG requirements for titles, and we are investigating the drop rates for items players are having a hard time acquiring. No promises on changing anything yet, but it's being looked at. We're also evaluating the possibility of delaying the Bungie reward deadline on pins that are heavily impacted by RNG. Obviously, there's some titles which will need some sort of RNG and luck to actually get some of the accomplishments for them. So hopefully they do change these, because it shouldn't be based on luck. The titles should be based on skill and skill only. So yeah, again, have to wait and see what they do with that. Next up, I'm just going to show you on screen some of the resolved issues. They spoke about these 2 weeks ago, and this is part 2 of the resolved issue. So if you wanted to check these out, there is the list on the screen, so make sure you pause the video there. And next up, we do also have the deployment timeline as well. So the January 29th update, it does have all of the scheduling for that, so pretty exciting. Really cannot wait to play it tomorrow. And let me know if you guys are jumping in as well. But that is pretty much the end of the video. If you enjoyed, a like would be much appreciated, as well as subscribing if you guys are new around here. But as always, peace out, and I hope you enjoyed.